how you doing? I'm Miasha, the author of Secret Society, and I'm here to take you on a journey and show you what my life was like before I got to the point that I am today. I didn't live in the suburbs. I didn't go to private schools. I didn't have a two-parent household where both my mom and dad had college degrees and promising careers. Instead, I grew up on a small block between Master and Media Street in West Philadelphia. And I lived in this house right here, 1442 Hurst Street. It might not look like much right now, because it's been through a lot, but before, when I was a kid and I grew up on this block, it was a lot of happy memories in this house. When my grandmother was alive, she was pretty much the head of the household, and she took care of everybody in here. I lived here with my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my aunts. And it was pretty much a house full. We had good Christmases and birthdays, and we had a lot of company from the block. So the whole street was kind of like a big family. And we had some good times, but over time, when my grandmother passed away, and my aunts moved out into homes of their own, the house became a home for me, my sister, my brother, and my dad. And at that time, my dad was suffering from a drug addiction, and that pretty much made things go from good to bad. And we pretty much lived a life where there was people in and out, and sometimes we didn't have food or heat. And it was just a lot of painful drama and issues dealing with a parent with a drug addiction. In addition, my mother had a drug addiction, and she wasn't in the picture since I was about 6 years old. So I had a lot going on, and I started writing when I was 9 years old, kind of as a way to release a lot of the anger and pain that was in me from the things that I was going through as a child. And I think all of those things is what contributed to where I am now. My family, we pretty much been a close-knit family from the start, and when things got to its worst point at my dad's house on Hurst Street, my aunt and my uncle brought my sister, my brother, and myself up here to live at their house with them. And at that point, I think we all were still struggling with the idea that my dad was a drug addict and my mom was a drug addict, and that we didn't really have our biological parents in our lives. So we kind of was hesitant about the move to my aunt's house. But over time, and especially now, I realized it was like the best thing for us, and they pretty much saved us from a lot of things that we could have ended up doing. So I'm really appreciative to them for bringing us up here and showing us a different side of life and allowing us to go on and do the things that we wanted to do in life, as far as school, as far as going to college, things that we probably wouldn't have done or thought about doing had we been stuck in a situation that we were in at the moment. Up here, I continued to write, and I went on to high school and went to Temple University from there, and my goal was to be a filmmaker. So I used to write scripts and plays and pass them around, at school, and everybody would read them and tell me how nice they were, and it kind of inspired me that I could be a writer and that could be a career for me. So I went into Temple with that in mind, and I took up filmmaking. And in Temple, I met a lot of people, got involved in a lot of different things. I wanted to hustle my way out of school, as well as get into a career that I would never have to go back to where I came from. And I started writing for a magazine called Rhythm and Beats, and I've interviewed like a whole bunch of people in the music industry. At Rhythm and Beats magazine, I had the opportunity to work with different artists in the music industry, such as Swiss Beats, Noriega, Beanie Siegel and State Property, and Beanie Man. That's just to name a few. I even worked with Lil Kim, and for me to be in that experience with those people, it really showed me that they were no different than I, just like I'm trying to show people that I'm no different from you. I worked for a global recording group as a product manager, where I pretty much put everything together for their label and their artists. I did some modeling, I did stage managing for Deja Vu's fashion shows at Temple. Anything and everything I pretty much got involved in. I did writing for boxing events in Philadelphia, Fight for Life Entertainment boxing events. And my whole thing was, by any means, I'm gonna be better than my parents, and I'm gonna supersede the expectations that were put on me from other people. And eventually I graduated Temple, and it was there at my graduation that an author, Karen Quinonez Miller, she spoke, and her story of how she became an author really inspired me, because at that time I wasn't thinking about writing a book. I was more so thinking about, getting a career, finding a job after college. But when she told me her story, when she told the class her story, it kind of touched me in a way that it said, I need to just follow my true dreams, which is to be a writer. And so after graduation, I wrote my first novel, Secret Society, and it took about 3 months. After that, I sent it off to get published, and Terry Woods Publishing responded. They wanted to buy the book outright. I got advice from Karen, who was the author who spoke at the graduation. She told me that I shouldn't sell it outright, and she introduced me to her agent. And in a matter of a weekend, her agent had 3 major publishing houses in New York bidding for Secret Society. And Simon & Schuster was the highest bidder, which is how I ended up published with them. And it's pretty much been a great experience from there. My dreams are truly coming true. And for me, coming from the place that I came from, it's a blessing to see where I am now. And my whole thing is, I just want to motivate other people who may have been in the same situation as me or worse and might not see a way out. And I'm here to tell you that it's possible. Follow your dreams. Don't ever take no for an answer, and know that there's always at least one person out there that will help you. And if that person is in your life, take advantage of that position. Don't shun that person, or don't walk away from that person's help, because it can truly make a difference in your life. Having come from where I come from, a place where most people's dreams don't come true, I beat the odds, and I'm here to tell you that it's possible that you can too. No matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, no matter who your parents are or what they've done, you can always supersede the expectations that are placed on you. Don't ever take no for an answer. Set goals for yourself and truly follow your dreams, because they do come true. And I'm proof of that.